Hi on the Daily Family. Welcome back to the show. This episode is all about AI. So I'm going to be talking about my feelings about AI, how I currently use AI, as well as some myths that I think we need to bust about AI and its potential to take over the world. So if AI or ChatGPT is something that you are interested in or want to learn more about, then this episode is for you. And I think you should keep listening. Hey, friend. Welcome to On the Daily. I'm your host, Danielle McCleary, and I am a quantum business coach. I'm the host of this podcast. I'm a multi-six-figure entrepreneur, co-founder and president of HypeU Media, and CEO of Danielle on the Daily Coaching. What I'm really interested in is helping you live a life and have a business that is a full body yes. So through all of my education and all of my experience, I'm bringing you 2 episodes a week where I will guide you and give you the tools necessary to scale a massive, sustainable, and sexy business using your intuition, wealth energetics, and human design. What we can call it is business biohacking. So if you're down for that, then I say let's frickin' go. I'm so glad you're here. Hype University is live. You've heard me talk about it if you've been listening to this show for a little while. Hype University is out. It's live. It's available. It is a living, breathing membership platform. Currently, you can get 1 week free trial if you click the link in our show notes. And one thing you may not know about Hype University is every week you will have the option to listen to a live training from one of our incredible coaches and podcast hosts. This week's training, which is happening on Wednesday. So if you're listening to this episode on Tuesday, then it is tomorrow. Our first episode was last week, and that was with me. It was a human design training. And tomorrow you will get to hear from Harley Jordan, who is a content coach. She is a creator coach. She runs a business called the All Influence Collective, or All Influence Management, rather, which is an agency for creators. She knows everything about content creation and making a business out of it. And I know her training is going to blow your socks off. So make sure that you click the link in our show notes to get a free week trial and immediate access to Hype University. I can't wait to see you inside. It's going to be very exciting. And that's all I have on that. I have a brand new masterclass. It is a human design masterclass. So if you are currently wanting to learn more about human design, you're wanting to learn how to run your business using human design, you want to integrate and implement some of the things you know about your human design into areas of your life like business, then this masterclass is going to be for you. It is currently for sale. If you click the link in our show notes, the price is currently $99, but that is going to go up to $199 here in a couple days. So if human design is what you are interested in, I highly suggest that you get into this masterclass. It's going to make you feel so grounded. You're going to feel so much more aligned with who you're trying to become and who you already are. It's also a really good course. This masterclass is going to be really, really good to help you kind of, it's almost confirming all of the ways that you used to think that you were crazy have actually been your superpower. And I'm going to show you why in this course. So make sure that you register for this course, this masterclass. You can click the link in our show notes. You can come visit me on Instagram at Danielle_on-the-daily. I'll send you the link. If you are currently in the society, you already have access. So don't even worry. And I'll see you inside of that masterclass. AI, artificial intelligence, ChatGPT. Let's talk about it. I got this question not too long ago, and it was somebody that said, what are your feelings on ChatGPT? And do you think it's going to replace coaching or copywriting or some of these other businesses that have really taken off in the last few years? And while I think that ChatGPT and using AI is a really cool addition to productivity, I think it's never going to replace being human. It's never going to replace the humanness of what we do as coaches, as creators, as photographers, as artists, as executive assistants, copywriters. I don't think it'll ever replace the humanness of that. And listen, some businesses may not need the humanness of it, and they'll be fine just in trusting in AI and ChatGPT to get them there, and that's totally fine. I think for what I do, for example, I'm a coach. So sure, someone could go on to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to develop them a business launch plan and strategy list and all the things, and basically ask ChatGPT to be a coach for them. And it will 100% give you a full list of things that you should be doing. Now, what you're not going to get is that private, personal support. You're not going to get close proximity to any type of coach. You're also not going to have a human experience. And so while I think that ChatGPT is a really cool feature, I don't think that we need to, I mean, listen, anything's possible. We've all seen Deus Ex Machina, and we know that robots can take over the world. Now, that is not what's happening now. I'm not saying it's not going to happen in the future. And trust me, like, I'll do a new episode if that's what happens. But for now, I think that there are ways you can use ChatGPT and AI in your business without it replacing what you do. So for example, ways that I've used ChatGPT. When I was first trying to get more organized with like launch checklists, content calendars, scheduling, I entrusted in ChatGPT for that. So what I would do is I would ask ChatGPT to be a content creator, and I would ask ChatGPT to give me a list of a month-long content strategy of what I should post, some ideas for posting. And then what I did is I took that and I was able to kind of implement it into my own business. And sure, I changed some things. I changed a lot of things. I added on, I took things away, but ultimately what it did is it gave me a starting point. I am not a social media content strategist. I can do social media. I can support my clients with social media. I can come up with a content strategy for social media. But at the end of the day, I'm never going to be a professional content creator, and nor do I want to be. And so coming up with these things from scratch by myself is it's draining my energy budget, and I have no space for anything that drains my energy budget these days. So it's become a very useful tool in helping it. I treat it like my personal assistant. That's the best way I can explain it. I treat ChatGPT and AI like my assistant, and my assistant does not replace my copy. My assistant doesn't act as me. My assistant helps to make my life easier by completing certain tasks that if I spent time doing, it would drain me and it would pull me out of my genius. I don't think that I would use ChatGPT to replace how I show up for my clients. I would never use it that way because that takes away from me being the coach. Now, if you have clients that don't want to work with you anymore because they're just going to go use ChatGPT, they're fully in their right to do that. I think they will realize very quickly that it is not the same thing. And although computers are very smart, they are not human. And working with a human is, I think it's an incomparable, it's not even a comparison. I get this question a lot with like copywriters. So I've had a few copywriters ask me, what are your feelings on ChatGPT and AI with copywriting? And I feel the same. Listen, I could go to ChatGPT and I could say, I need you to act as a copywriter, and I need you to write me a sequencing email for a course that I'm launching in 2 weeks. I need this email to sell the offer, to entice the audience, to tug on the heartstrings, and I need this email to really lay out all the details of this offer. Here are the details of this offer for you to include in this copywriting email. And then I could send that to ChatGPT. ChatGPT would write me back probably a pretty good copy. Now, that copy, what that is going to spit back to me is not going to be in my brand voice. It's not going to be in my brand tone. It's going to be very much in the tone of ChatGPT. Now, I've recently hired a copywriter. It's the first time I've ever done this in my business. And this isn't so that I don't have to come up with copy anymore. This is to make my copy, to use it in more places, to use it for multi-purposes. Wow, I think I just created that word. Multi-purposes. Cross-promotional. To repurpose my copy, to create things like quiz funnels and sequencing emails. And the first thing that my copywriter did was get to know my brand voice, how I speak, what emojis I use, words I say, words I definitely don't say, so that when they go to take some of these captions that I've written on Instagram and turn them into conversion copy, when she goes to do that, it's in my voice. And ChatGPT will never be able to do that. Same with an online course. I don't think that ChatGPT, you could ask ChatGPT to write you a course. So if you're coming up with a course, you could ask ChatGPT to do that, but it's not going to be in your voice. It's not going to be in your cadence. It's not going to be in the way that you speak, talk, act, think, or anything. So I think you're actually going to end up doing a lot more work because you're going to have to change it to fit into your brand voice, where if you just create the course, it's done and it's over with. So all that to be said, I think AI, AI is they're using AI for photos now too, kind of backtracking. They're using AI for photos and like photo editing. And I think it can be really cool to incorporate it in, but I don't think it's ever going to replace the humanness of an actual human editing your photos. So I don't think that it's something that we need to be super stressed about. And I actually think there's a way you can use it to your benefit to act more of as a VA, a personal assistant, than something that's going to like take over your business. So all that to be said, I think ChatGPT is a very good tool. I think it's very useful in certain situations. I don't think it's going to ever replace being human because it's not human. And until it becomes human, it's just not going to replace the power of a human fucking connection. So I hope this helps. If you have any more questions about AI and how I use it, please feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'd love to chat about it. And we'll be back on Friday with another episode. Love ya.